Father's Day is this Sunday, and although we'd like to think Father Knows Best, that was a TV show back in the day. You can Google it, right? Remember Father Knows Best?
I do.
But let's be real. Sometimes we're just making this stuff up as we go. And who knows that better than Tyler Moore, a.k.a. Tidy Dad. He shares his fatherhood journey on his blog and his podcast, Tidy Tidbits. He's also the author of the best-selling book, Tidy Up Your Life. He's here with some advice for dads everywhere. Tyler, good morning. Good to see you.
Thanks, and happy early Father's Day.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thanks.
So you write about dad brain, and when I got to be honest, I was saying to Gayle and Kelly, I'm a little reluctant to come on air and talk about dad brain because oftentimes the things that we do and get applauded for, dads, are things that moms do every single day. They're just parenting. But you say that there's some scientific research to back up the idea behind dad brain. What is that?
Yes. So Darby Saxby, she's this wonderful researcher, and she's conducted this. It's the largest first-scale study of the father brain, looking at it before the child is born, and then looking again at the photos of the brain after the child is born. And just like with mom brains, you can see from the photos that there are these changes to our brain tissue and our brain makeup.
Like
and
what
her research is showing that it's the same for men. So we have all of these different parts of our brains when you think about problem solving or creativity or empathy. There are these things that we biologically need to change because we now have these little babies that are relying on us to take care of them. And so as we know from being a parent, so often you have to put your own wants and needs aside in order to care for that baby. Mothers, they don't really have a choice in terms of putting on that caregiver role. But men and fathers, they do. And we're now seeing that more men than ever are turning that dial. They are tapping into their caregiving side. They want to spend time with their children. They're not scared of babies. For so many of us, our fathers and our grandfathers were scared of the baby. And they were like, I'll step in when the baby or when the child can play sports, when the child goes to school, when the child is much older. That is my time.
I do notice, Tyler, more dads are not saying I'm babysitting.
Yes.
My own child. They're saying, you know, it's called parenting.
And
I do think that that's very important.
And I have had to share that with people. I am not a babysitter.
Yeah.
I am a full parent. I know my child's wants and needs. I can care for them. And from the time that my children were little, they were babies, my wife and I, we were a team.
Yes.
And so I think that we have to study this research further. Look at what is actually happening to men. What is the role of fatherhood and how does it transform their lives? It's a beautiful thing.
We hear about the work-life balance for moms, but you said dads are also struggling with a work-life balance.
We are. And when I had a 3-year-old and a 9-month-old, and I had a severe sort of crisis moment because I had pursued, as a teacher, that administrative track, because that's how you make more money. That's how you're seen as successful. You have to have more power, more responsibilities, more people that you're managing. And I felt like, what am I supposed to do? This is taking more time away from my family, from my children. And so it was this moment where I was standing on the sidewalk and I was like, I don't know that I can do this anymore. And what I've learned also...
What did you do?
I called my wife and I said, I'm having this moment of crisis, this breakdown. And 3 years of therapy with the help of a wonderful woman named Suzanne, she helped me unpack my feelings. And I remember going to her and saying, why do I feel this way? Is there something wrong with me? And she said, nothing is wrong with you. You're just wired differently. And I think that's what's so powerful about Darby's research is moms and dads, we are wired differently. And it is okay to sort of navigate this new path.
And I appreciate you being so honest and sharing that. You know, we need to do that more. Before you go quickly, though, you are the tidy dad. I got to admit, my husband actually does the household work in our house. What are your tips for dads navigating, wanting to help out?
So I think that you have to just get in there and you have to learn. I don't think that there are male and female tasks. It is time for men to proudly say, I'm the one that scrubs the toilet in the morning. I saw the cleaner that you just had. And back in the green room, I was like, that is the cleaner that I need, because I have carpet stains that I deal with all the time. But I feel like as men, we can tap into some of these things that we're really good at. Problem solving, building systems, thinking about how we can make things more efficient. And even from a dad, your work bag, it needs to be tidy.
Say
you
it
need
louder
to have a getting
for
out
the
the
people
door
in
station
the back.
that
I
is
love
tidy
it.
so you can get out the door, but also it is your responsibility to help your children and help them see that work, it is equal. It is not men or women who should be doing the work. We all tidy up.
I still like you guys
agree.
carrying out the trash.
Yes. Well, yes, I love that.
like
Tyler Moore, thank you so much.